So why do we look at problems as such a bad thing to have when you get past those problems, they're actually things that have strengthened you and made you a much more whole and better person. They're all just lessons that you take with you going forward to make your life even better going forward. I look at problems as a blessing nowadays, for sure. I look at them as something that I can just use to, fine tune myself and make myself even better than I am standing here today. There's a lot of shit going on right now, a lot of transitions, a lot of transformations, a lot of things that are going to be different in the next year. And, before those things come, it's going to be a lot of problems. Put those in quotes because I might look at it as a negative right then and there, but at the same time, going forward, it's just going to make my life better. I'm just going to learn from it and become wiser, become smarter. And this is why I believe that, the problems that you have in life, you have a choice with them. You can either make it into something that's real shit, or you can make it into a positive. You can work through them and make them into something positive, or you can just sit there and let it consume you and put you in a ditch. That's going to be hard to get out of. Thing is too, with like being in a ditch, being in a dark spot, being in a dark place, like the only way out is to go up. You got to climb out the situation, and in order to do that, you've got to start thinking positive. You've got to start to look at the possible solutions to get out of whatever situation you're in. I think we're all under this illusion that life is supposed to be perfect and things are just supposed to just happen for you like this, but I don't believe that necessarily. I think that things happen for a reason. All the bad shit that happens in our life is usually for a reason, and sometimes, or most of the times, is actually self-inflicted because of our previous choices and decisions that we made. And because of those previous choices and decisions that we made, the after effect of it is usually something that's negative. That's why I don't want to say like I'm careful as to doing the right thing all the time, because I've said this before, if you've watched this channel a long time, I like to make mistakes so that I can learn from it and not do it again. I think that's why I succeed in a lot of things, because I'm willing to take that L. I'm willing to go through that pain a little bit so I can get that big ass W at the end of the day, and not have to struggle with getting to the W as others would, because they don't want to learn their lesson the first time and they don't want to go through that small little struggle that they have to. With society today too, like everything's supposed to be perfect. We want it quick, we want it easy, we want it perfect so that it makes our life more convenient and easy. But when you put yourself in that cycle, you lose that human aspect of things where like you learn and stuff and you just become better. Because if you look at history too, like all the things that we have today, medicine, all that stuff, it's been through trial and error. If it wasn't for the trial and error, we wouldn't be where we are today with everything that we have. So we got to learn to appreciate those L's and the problems that we have in our life, because it's all for the good, man. It's all for the good, for real. In that moment, it might seem like shit, but you can't give yourself tunnel vision and just like focus on that one thing. You have to be able to pivot and be like, oh shit, I have a situation here that I can learn from, use it to your advantage, and move on with your life, and create that positive result that you like for yourself. Because the thing is, with the problems that you have, if you have one certain problem, it could come up again in another situation. Let me spit out this gum so it doesn't sound all over the mic. But it can come up in another situation. It can come up in a different circumstance, and you can use a lesson that you learned the first time around in a different circumstance or situation and use it to your advantage. A lot of people don't see that. I can't come up with an example off the top of my head because I'm just riffing. I'm just going off the cuff. But maybe it might pop up. But there is no disadvantage to it, man. And that's what makes life fun, I believe. Having those small problems and those small struggles, put those in quotations, man, because it's really it's subjective. It's very individual. A lot of people, they think in a certain manner. Some people might not be as fearful of things as others. I tend to be a bit more cautious, but with the cautiousness, I still, I like to like take a deep dive into things and figure it out and see what it's worth. No, everyone's different. I get that, but at the same time, if we didn't have the struggles that we had in life, life would be boring. We wouldn't appreciate the things that we appreciate as much as we do if we didn't have the struggles that we have. I don't know where that thought came from, or I don't know where this thought came from, but I don't know. I was just out here waiting on this train here to leave so I can get back to my spot. I just thought about that. I was like, damn, bro, like all the struggles that I've had in life and that I've been through, they've all brought me to a certain place, and I'm really grateful for them. And at the end of the day, they don't mean shit because I got through it, and it's nothing to me now. So whether you're dealing with, you know, trying to get sober, trying to get off porn, trying to, you know, just live a better life for yourself, you have to understand the struggles that you're going through now. When you get past them, if and when you do, and that's a big if, because a lot of people don't want to put in the work that's required to get through the struggles. If and when you do pass them, they're not going to mean shit to you. So just enjoy it. Enjoy the ride while you're in it. Enjoy the fuck ups. Enjoy the times when you master things. And, you know, just live life, man. Really, just live life. Enjoy it. Enjoy that shit. We only get to be here once, so enjoy everything that's going on with it. Enjoy the ups, enjoy the downs. And again, it's all up to you too to do that. You can put yourself in a ditch and feel sorry for yourself all day, but at the end of the day, you're the one that's gonna have to pull yourself out the fucking situation that you're in, right? You know what I'm saying. So I just get on here and just riff real quick. Just get these thoughts out. But for one-on-one consultations, check the link in the bio, and I'll catch you on the next vid. Peace.